All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back into the tavern. My name is Suno Shecano. Thank you so much for all of the uh, support that you guys have shown for the Epic series so far. I have had a blast recording that and reacting to everything, and I'm sure there'll be more of that content in one form or another to appear at some point. But I wanted to kind of shift gears a little bit because these music reacts have actually been a lot of fun for me. And I know not that long ago a certain game called Hades 2 came out. And especially with, the Greek mythology stuff that I've been doing, I figured why not do a couple of Hades 2 soundtracks to uh, listen to, figure out, maybe try to break apart as well. I've not actually played the game myself yet, but I've heard the music has been phenomenal. And if it's anything like the first Hades game, you're going to hear certain motives and stuff that relate to whatever god or whatever that the main character might be fighting or whatever the area might relate to. Um, I've at least gotten three of them to react to today and listen to. There's not really visuals that go along with these, so it's mainly just going to be me listening and pausing and kind of interacting with stuff. So let's just see what we kind of get into here. I'm very excited to actually be working on other music react things since so many of you seem to enjoy what I did with Epic. If you have any other requests for video game soundtrack, movie soundtracks, music in general, whatever you might want to hear me pick apart a little bit and talk about, by all means, leave them down in the comments. We'll start making a list of things that will pop up and appear. And who knows, maybe your favorite soundtrack could be analyzed a little bit through the bard himself, because I've been enjoying doing these. So let's go ahead and just start right immediately with most of these Hades ones. I have three picked out today, like I said before. I know there's a lot more music for there, but I guess a lot of these has to maybe do with Sirens. Um, I've heard that there's actually lyrics involved in some of these, which makes them like super cool to kind of like sing and or not sing, but really listen to. I'll try to hone in on the lyrics as I kind of listen to this, but I've never heard these before, so I'm excited to see what we kind of get from here. So let's start with "Song of the Sirens." I might have to look up lyrics just to kind of see what happens with this, but I don't know. First time listening to this. Let's see what Hades 2 composers. What company does this? It's Supergiants. Supergiant Games does a lot of very good like OSTs and things like that too, or at least the composers of their company do. So let's listen on and let's see what we can get out of this, shall we? Ooh, that's daunting immediately. I like that. So this immediately daunting kind of very minimalist music at the beginning is very similar to kind of how Sirens work to begin with. You hear this daunting female voice that's just like isolated and alone, just doing this very simple kind of motive that they're going to introduce immediately. The da 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 da. I don't know anything about this obviously, but Sirens always have this like alluring sound to them because the point of Sirens is supposed to be, hey, there's this very attractive female voice that you're hearing with this very attractive female body most likely, and with just hearing that stuff you're going to I want a diamond ring, I want some bracelets and everything. They're gonna want to lure you into a false sense of security, and then immediately like eat you or kill you or any of those kind of aspects. And I have no clue what the Sirens of Hades 2 look like, but this is already a very daunting. It already sounds like you're maybe under. I mean, Sirens are underwater, so we might hear some kind of underwater themes to go along with this. But let's see how much. Doom, boom. I like the pizzicato strings there. It does give kind of Egyptian underwater feelings, I guess, is the best way to put it. Oh, there is lyrics. Ooh. All right, so we have the theme of this, which is just a da 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 da. It almost sounds like "Sweet Dreams Are Made of These" a little bit. Sweet dreams made of these. I wonder. I wonder if that was supposed to be a Siren song. Who in their mind to disagree? No, I'm kidding. So come rest your head. False sense of security for a victim, trying to lure them in. The pizzicato. Whenever you have pizzicato in any type of music soundtrack, it always gets a sense of underwaterness from there. So that's a cool little take there. I like it. I like it. Let's continue. Ah, good old ABA form of music. I like it. The lyrics are daunting. It's very mysterious. I like it. So I bet you the way that the lyrics are set up to here is going to be in what we call an ABA format in music. What that means is you have a melody, you kind of have an answer to that melody, and then you kind of return back to there. And it sounds like, at least from whatever the main vocals are going from there, it's the same melody line just raised up a fifth to go through that line again, and then lowered down to a fifth, all while the strings are doing their little pizzicato thing to kind of give that feeling of underwaterness. So it's cool. I like it. It's very menacing. It's very daunting. The lyrics sound like it's more trying to get the victim to just relax, come over here. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's one of those things that just kind of help to loom in the background of what a siren's true objective is. I mean, they want to eat. They want to eat a male or female victim, whatever it might be, who's being lured in by their song. And that's typical of what you hear for most Siren songs from here. It's very hypnotic in a sense, and especially with only being like one or two notes within there, with one or two note pitch changes. That simplicity there is a lot of what Siren songs do in a lot of media like this. Stay with me. Be at peace. Don't worry about things happening. Now we'll go into the B portion. Yep. Oh, it's creepy. I like it. I'm betting you there's a couple of... different, verses for this from here, at least from what it sounds like. So it's probably going to be two verses followed by maybe this is the chorus line that they're going to do, but having that 1-5-1 progression is enough to just lure anyone in there. Don't worry about your worries. Just come over here. Stay with me. It's creepy. I love it. It gives me shivers thinking about it. Come here, don't be afraid, yeah. The pain will wash away when you come. That's nice. Ooh, that is such a creepy melody. It is so cool what you can do with just like two chords going back and forth. Ooh, we change it just slightly to give a false sense of security. Come sound the sounds of seashells. Okay. This is what I love about most like video game soundtracks from there. They have to keep it simple. Like it this is a very simplistic melody line, and we just end up using the lyrics to help come into a false sense of security from there. And I know I keep coming back to that, but all these things, just listen to the seashells. The pain's gonna go away. Like lyrics like that are just like, huh, I guess if I just follow this person, I'll be safe. And the fact that they hired somebody to have this probably playing on in the background is beautiful. I wonder what kind of enemies and stuff must appear in here. There's probably some type of underwater theme, would be my guess. Or, I mean, sirens are supposed to live like near bodies of water, so I don't know if there's like a Poseidon layer or something like that. I don't know what Poseidon's relationship with Sirens is, if there is even one from that. Like I said, I know very little about the game. I just know the music is kind of just ooh. It gives that initial chill from there. False sense of security. One na 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 na, and then occasionally you have a coda of it going way up to like the seventh to try to resolve back to the one. It's cool. It's menacing. It's my earworms go crazy with it. Is this gonna be the loop now, I wonder? Like just the very bare basics. Yeah, it's looping at this point, but just kind of the bare basics of how things go with most of OSTs. We want it to be in the forefront, but at the same time we want it to be kind of just, you never know how fast somebody's gonna push through something like this, so it's... Oh, a key change, excuse me? Maybe I was wrong. Did they really push a key change there just to resolve back to the original one and re-loop it? Did I hear that right? Oh, that's tricky. As soon as I was saying, it's like, let's just sneak a resolution into there. That way we can just go back to the initial loop. That's clever. Well, clearly I was proven wrong there, as I thought it was going to loop, but it totally didn't. We still have more lyrics for this. It's kind of going back to, like, the original theme from here, but it's still creepy. It's so creepy, and I love it. You don't normally have music loop this long. It's normally just like 2 minutes of music and then it loops the whole thing, but this is like different lyrics for such a long time. I'm impressed by this. Like, I wonder how they get the loop back. This almost puts you in time, in kind of like a hypnotized state just listening to this. It's beautiful. And this is a lot of how sirens are introduced in a lot of like media. Ah, that's how they resolve it. They go bum, ba bum, ba ba. Ah, what is going on? Stop, stop, stop. Pause, freeze, stop. Wow, that's effective. That's effective from there. Sirens in a lot of medias are just meant to be like, you know, this menacing, very alluring melody line that comes into there. And because of that, they make sure that a lot of the melodies tend to be more simple in nature. That way it can be a focus, but not. But if this is like within a level, it's good. It's effective from there. You don't normally hear a lot of vocals happen in like level design and level OSTs because they want people to focus on the why-yas and the attacks and just the atmosphere and environment itself. So the fact that Supergiant Games went way beyond and just added lyrics to there is cool. is cool. And it's all one of those menacing things. Just follow my voice, come with me, all the pain will go away. These are all things that a siren would say in most media to try to get somebody to come into their lair, slowly be hypnotized, and then do a little stabby over there or something like that. So I'm guessing all of these might be going along with the Sirens based on what I'm seeing from here. So if we're going with Scylla and the Sirens now, maybe this is kind of the continuation of what they're kind of working through there. So I think all of these have lyrics. Coral Crown. Huh. Is that just what the area is called from there? I bet it is though. But it's cool that they kind of like are if they use vocals for this one, it's a lot more to kind of take in and push forward. So let's see what they do with this one. Oh, we have rock ballad. I already like the rockishness of it. All right. So what I like about this is I bet you this is obviously if it's Scylla, I don't know how to say the name. Like I said, I'm terrible at names. If this is also, I kind of noticed that there's like a rock band kind of in the middle of there. We take the Siren song from the previous one, put it into a boss rock ballad there, and then add different lyrics through here. So it's probably going to be kind of the same thing. Listen to my song, things will be crazy. Come, I'm about to go eat you or something. I don't know, but I like the initial rock ballad. It's the same progression we heard in the previous one, but because this is probably boss theme music as compared to the other. As compared to probably the overworld one, we're going to use that same theme but make it more intense. Yeah, it's going to be that 1561 probably still. This is cool. I like this. And I get to see a little bit of the gameplay with it this time, I guess. Ooh, I like that. So, again, now you go to the concept of, let's sing the same melody. We've lured our victim into here. Now that we're going to drag you down into the depths below in order to make you drown. You are going to be another victim to the Sirens. It's a cool way to do it. I love it. It's in like the rock ballad. The rock ballad adds everything to there. You still have that same 1/5 progression, so it's meant to be background music, but putting in that extra mile to add the lyrics into there to tell a story of, you're in my clutches. I'm gonna throw you into the depths of I'm guessing this is hell or wherever the seas are. I don't know the context of this game. I really want to play it now though, just from hearing these things. Gosh, I need to play Hades 2 at some point. Maybe that could be a streaming idea. Let's react to the music and then actually play the game. I wonder what Mala and Ruby think about that idea. Anyway, let's continue because I'm sure there's other whatchamacallit. There's other verses for this. Okay. Endless music. I love they use the same melody line though. Down, bones of the coral crown, down, drown. And then we have the B section, which is just a guitar solo, I'm sure. Also, from just looking at a little bit of this, is Scylla and the Sirens literally like a rock band that you're fighting in here? Is that kind of the gist of how this boss works? It's really fun music. Like, again, just making the rhythms more complex here with using that same motive and same melody line used, probably with how the stage works, is such an effective way to tell, hey, you're trapped now. You got to fight for your life, so let's make this as intense as possible. Let's put a little bit of hang-banging rock band music in here and just push forward. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. And it's in this, the voices are really good too. It is very Siren-like. And that bass line. I love myself a good bass line of just getting that progression down. With the guitars in the middle of there, it is a rock ballad through and through of using that same progression, but keeping the listener interested, getting the blood pumping as you're fighting a boss. It's perfect. It really is. I like it. Is this a transition back to the main melody? This is getting my blood pumping, I can tell you that much now. It's such a good way to end up introducing bosses this way. Giving them lyrics makes it even more menacing. Anytime that a boss has lyrics to their songs, it just adds another complexity to what the listener really wants to hear from there. And I love it. 1, 4 and 5 and a 1. So 1, 4, 5, 1 is the major chord progression for this, clearly. And just having that rock ballad in there is beautiful. With just having the Sirens sing over it, it's perfect. I really want to play this game now just from hearing this. Man. Ooh! And you get into Phantom of the Opera-esque stuff at the end there. Oh, like, this has a lot of Phantom of the Opera vibes, too. Phantom of the Opera is, obviously, for those of you who know that, is more of a rock opera than anything else. And this is kind of replicating this with like, the end of this. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. So at the end of the main theme of Phantom of the Opera, you have this lovely, like, vocalist going ba da 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 constantly with Christine, which kind of gives me those vibes with, I guess, Scylla, I still don't know how to say it, kind of singing at the end there. So that's perfect. That's beautiful. Like, lots of callbacks to how mainly rock operas work. Gets the blood pumping. That's probably how that whole level works. That's cool though. I'm gonna claw out your eyes and then drown you to death. Oh boy, is this more Siren things? I wonder if this is gonna be like heavy metal now. Is this like another phase of this? You need to escape the Sirens now that you killed their queen or something? I don't know. Let's see. So is this like a continuation of there? So you're, again, I'm still hearing the dun da 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 dum ba da da dum. So I guess they have a siren motive that goes on through this game. And they introduced it when you kind of came in through here. So my guess that the way a lot of these OSTs are going to be progressing is you enter the area, you get to the boss and you kill the boss, and then there's some type of escape part that you have to do to get out of that area. Again, I don't know how the game is like situated. This is just kind of a guess based on how OSTs work from there. So it's like, okay, I'm going to kill you now. You're in my realm. You might have killed me, but can you kill everybody else? I don't know. I want to listen to the lyrics a little bit. But again, rock ballads, this is like escape music maybe. Not that I can blame you for it. The I love when musicians have fun with recordings from this, because you can tell the person who's saying this was probably just like had this very fun grin on her face or their face while they were recording it, and I bet you they were probably trying to hold back laughter, because you're just gonna be like, I am gonna claw out your eyes and drown you to death, or something like that. I can I could just see somebody with this like sinister smile on their there, just like looking at you, being like, okay, so now it's time to kill you. How dare you've escaped all my clutches so far. So let's see if you can deal with this. And kind of the intensity of the music kind of like replicates there. It's cool. I like it. It's beautiful. It's a little bit more complex than the other two, at least in terms of the progressions. But I love rock operas, or rock ballads. Insulting the clothing. This just sounds like a cat fight now, and I kind of like it. Just on the lyrics itself. And having the weird... And having like the very weird rhythmic pulse on the bottom, da 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 da. Having that pulse on there makes things feel uneasy, which is perfect for stuff like this, because it just makes you're not sure what's gonna happen. It's like a intensity there that you're like, like, what's gonna happen here? How is this gonna resolve? Is it gonna resolve? But no, we're gonna add an extra chord into there just to make things feel a little bit funky, and that's good way of getting this like tension into your listeners as you're either fighting somebody or whatever you might be doing in this scene from here. But it's cool. It's a good way to do it. I'm very curious to see what the gameplay might be like in here, if it's escape thing, if it's like another phase of the boss. But the singer just sounded like they were having fun, and isn't that the best way for musicians to do it, just to, you know, have fun with it? Because it like, we're trying to find a place to resolve, and it's unintentionally not doing it until you get to the I am gonna claw. That's your resolution right there. It's so quirky. I like it though. And then we have like an intense build-up probably. I love the build-up. She just sounds like she's having so much fun with it. Almost turning into mini Screamo, which is even better. The vocal chops on this singer are really good. This makes me really want to play this game. Oh man. Like, music makes or breaks a game for me, and if they have banger tracks in here like this, that just give this like playful yet menacing part to it, oh, I love it. I love stuff like this so much. And all done with just simple progressions, because we want the listener to focus on this, but we want mainly the person to have fun, to have something to bang their head to while they're trying to escape the Siren's claw, or whatever might be happening here. Ah, oh, that's fun. That just sounds fun. My gosh, like it's again, when simplistic music, but when done with a lot of rhythmic pulses in there, and playing around with what the singer is doing, especially like having fun with the inflections on there. It sounds like she was having a blast singing this, and I think that's the important thing. Like, if you got somebody who is very, very, very much into the lyrics and the message for everything, then it gets fun. I wanted to just kind of like sing along with it with a partial heavy metal influence in here. Like, just you have these heavy metal chords while the vocalist is almost getting to a partial kind of talking screaming thing towards the climax of the song. It's perfect, and and I mean something named Hades 2 would make sense that they would want to end up getting that kind of intensity pulse from there. It's fun. It's fun music. Like, I really want to play this now, just like listening to this. I played a lot of Hades 1 before, and I love the music from there. So if they keep topping themselves like this, they're gonna have another live stream for me at least to potentially try this stuff. I don't know. I love this music. It's playful, especially like with the beginning Siren things, and it clearly kind of like tells a story from there. Sirens luring you into wherever their debts are, and then the leader of the Sirens going immediately to try to drag you down, and now that you're down into the debts, the Siren's just going to try to claw your eyes out to death. It sounds like the singers had a lot of fun with it. Thank you for listening to me ramble on about music. It's OSTs are a lot of fun to do because they can get very complex at times. Sure, they have to be played on repeat and have loops and everything from there, but they are just as structured as any kind of other musical or anything like that. There are always quirks and stuff that you find along with the motives, and it's just us having fun listening to them that is the important thing. So if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment below. Tell me what your thoughts about I'm going to call this the Siren songs of Hades 2 are. By all means, I'd love to hear what some of you all thought about this. If there's any other music you all might want me to react to, go ahead, put it on there, down in the comments. I'm sure I'd love to hear more things. So until next time, my friends, I will talk to you later. See you later, guys. Bye-bye!